The Department of Health has revised COVID-19 guidelines relating to contact tracing, quarantine and isolation protocols. Various South African cities such as Johannesburg and Cape Town prepare for major events to celebrate the life of the Arch. In the United States to lift its COVID-19 related travel ban with South Africa this coming Friday. And the South African cricket team trails India after the first innings of the first cricket test in Centurion. It's 10 a.m. Hello everyone. We're live from Auckland Park in Johannesburg. This is the agenda. I'm Desiree Jauke. Triforce Mdlalane and Nonhlanhla Nyovane alternate with the sign language. Thank you for joining us. Let's start the show. The Anglican Diocese of the Free State is hosting a service to honor Archbishop Desmond Tutu. A service will also be attended by representatives from the South African Council of Churches and the provincial government. SABC News reporter Aphumelele Mdlalane is in Bloemfontein. Very good morning to you, Aphumelele. What can you tell us this morning about how the province is remembering the Arch?
Good morning to you, Desiree. Like you did mention, of course, in Bloemfontein also they are joining masses to celebrate the life of Archbishop Desmond Tutu. We are outside the St. Peter's Anglican Church here in Rocklands in Bloemfontein, where the congregants have already gathered inside. And I am joined here by the Reverend Canon Goba Mafereka, just to give us, of course, the purpose of what to expect today, as we know that you are joining the masses. Of course, also you want to be seen as, of course, the people that have been in support and also understand the teachings of the late Archbishop. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. Take us through to today's program here.
Thank you very much. Today we are joining the entire church. We are just part of the bigger service of thanksgiving and gratitude for the ministry of Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu. The climax of the service today is the Eucharist. That was the center of his life. Archbishop would not start his day without prayer, would not have his day concluded without the Eucharist. He would always start his day with the morning prayer. He would always have the Eucharist. Even if he was on the journey somewhere, he would make sure he's able to celebrate the Eucharist. And therefore, what is happening already in the church is there is a Eucharistic service going on, and people will realize that at the peak of the service, there is where we will say Christ has died, Christ is risen, Christ will come again. It is the attitude of the church to look at death not with sorrow, but with gratitude in anticipation to meet our Father. Because we feel our Father, our Archbishop, has been called home. For us, it's him going back home. It's not about the sorrow of death. So it is the celebration and thanksgiving that we're having in church.
Reverend, going forward, of course, you've learned a lot, the teachings from the late Archbishop. Going forward to make sure that the church is united, what are the teachings that are standing out for you?
I'll tell you that Archbishop actually comes from the background of the Methodist Church and then became the Anglican, but was able to break the barriers that divide people. Not only the barriers that divide blacks and white, but he would, you may be aware that he had very close relationship of the Dalai Lama and had many friends beyond the Anglican Church. He would tell you that God is not an Anglican. And he would tell Christians that God is not a Christian. We are all God's children. So sometimes when we are bogged down by personal and creed, Desmond would break the barrier and allow us to be human beings and to look at other people's needs first. instead of being greedy and being selfish. So I think that is something that if we can hold on to, I think the entire community can be better.
Will we expect such, of course, a ceremony time and again in memory of the late?
I have no doubt that sometimes as the synod meets, the church will reflect at the lives and times of the Archbishop. The church has a habit of not glorifying people while they are still alive. You know, we have an attitude that there are no good people on earth. No. We wait, because even Christ himself, you will remember, right at the end of his life, even those who crucified him said, indeed, this man was a man of God. So it is at times like this where we stop and reflect on his time. And I have no doubt the church is going to sit down, reflect at his life and time, and will choose to celebrate him in a very special way. I have no doubt it is not only in Southern Africa, throughout the world, in America, in England, where he studied, in everywhere else where he ministered to, where he left his fingerprints, where his spirit continues to live, he is celebrated. And that is why I'm saying this is just part of the Catholic Church celebrating the life of a man of God.
Reverend Canon Ngopa Mafereka, thank you so much, sir, for your time. Of course, he's reflecting to the time, the life of Archbishop Desmond Tutu, saying that he was for unity. He didn't want any divisions within the church, the Catholics, the Methodists. He just wanted unity across the church community. We are here, we will hear the speakers as the ceremony, of course, has started inside. We also saw the dignitaries that are among the congregants. Here is the MEC for the agriculture, Ngangisa, is also here, and also the executive mayor of Mangaung Metro Municipality, Mxolisi Sionzana, is among the community that has gathered at this St. Peter's Anglican Church to celebrate the life and the time of Archbishop Desmond Tutu.
And the service is led by
Aphumelele, thank you so much for setting that scene for us. We also earlier spoke with SABC News reporter Lula Mamacha, who was outside the St. George's